Hi, welcome to a New You Self Care podcast with Bertina. This is episode 3 of the Magical Self Care podcast. The first episode we talked about the birth charts where we explored our sun sign, our rising, our ascendant sign, and our moon sign. And I gave you a link to go to get a free chart. And then also, these episodes have been promoting Leah Vandervelt's Magical Self Care for Everyday Life. In the last episode, episode 2, we talked about what she said was the superpowers and the shadow aspects of each of the sun signs, each of the astrological signs. So take a chance, go out, purchase her book. It is wonderful. I absolutely love it. There's so many aspects of using tarot and just making your homes very welcoming. I mean, it's just a magical book in itself. I will be doing more episodes later on, but I want you to get a chance to really check out this book. As I like to share authors that I love to read. So, and Leah is one of those. So, today, what we're going to do is talk about the moon sign self care and creating rituals for your moon sign. Now, remember, your moon sign is your emotional aspect of your signs. It is how you react to things, it is your internal world, and it's really good for self care. Now, this is the thing. This moon sign is kind of specific to you. So, knowing your moon sign, mine being Virgo, I had to look because I always forget. It kind of helps you show how you can benefit from all the different self cares. Now, using meditation, doing screen free time, and getting outside really helps all the signs. So I'm not going to really talk about that too much, and she mentions that in her book. But this is just a list of ideas about feeling comforted and restored. And my kitty wants attention. He wants some self care. And so each of these, I will touch on them for a little bit, but please go check her book out for more details because she has actual rituals and activities and things as well. So if you're Aries, it says that you need freedom, expression, movement, energetic release, and steadiness. So what does that mean in doing a ritual? Well, try dancing. I knew as soon as it said movement, dancing, doing candle magic, going on an adventure, maybe running, hiking, those types of things. Sex magic. And in looking at that, she explains in details about sex magic. It's very much being connected with who your sexual partner is and creating magic between the two of you. It's very simple. Um, Scalp massages and a cooling face mask. So I think we could all use a cooling face mask. I like that. So she has reflection questions in here. So if you're Aries moon, journal about how do you connect to your wildness, but what also helps you stay grounded. So that's a really, really good question. So stop the podcast now if you're Aries moon and write about how do you connect to your wildness and how do you stay grounded. Okay, for Taurus, we're going to go ahead and move on. And your needs have to do with nature, connecting to the body, sensual pleasures, luxury, and predictability. So, creating a morning routine. I use Artful Agenda for my calendars. Absolutely love it. You can Google Artful Agenda, and it helps me with my morning routine. Also, have a podcast on morning routines as well. Cooking a meal using your favorite ingredients, long walks, cleansing your home, getting rid of clutter. You do not like clutter. Intimate time with yourself or your partner, and getting a massage. So, those are all self care things that you can do. But for you, her reflection question for you is: does your routine include something that connects you to the earth and your body? And then think about how your environment impacts your mood. So if you are a Taurus moon, take a few moments to journal about that. We'll move on to Gemini, who are good conversationalists. They need socializing, they need grounding and calming the mind. So, what works good for you for self care? Group exercise, journaling, reading a book, focus breathing, EFT tapping. If you don't know what that is, you can check out my website about that. Essential oils, knitting, baking, crafting, all of that. You love just being calm. So your reflection question is, how do you calm your mind? Can you get to a quiet enough space to let your intuition be heard? The next one is the Cancer moon. You need alone time or time with people closest to you, time at home. You need mood release, communicating feelings and emotions. So cooking for yourself and your family, cleansing your home, being near the ocean, crying out your emotions, taking a salt bath, doing inner child and shadow work, and Reiki. I love Reiki. You can check out my website for more about that. So, your journal question is, are you taking time to nurture yourself as opposed to just nurturing others? And what does that look like or feel for you? The next one that she looks at, of course, is the Leo moon, and they need creative expression, affection, play, and affirmation. So, you should try dancing, a daily dressing ritual, like making yourself feel like a queen, making art, writing what's on your mind, taking photos, getting out in the fresh air, tarot journaling, and time with friends. Your reflection question: can you find ways to express yourself daily? Are there ways you can do that that you might not automatically think of? If you have a Virgo moon, as I do, my needs are to be purposeful, organized, analyze feelings, and just to shut off the world. Self-care rituals should include clutter clearing, journaling, Epsom salt baths, sleeping. That's it, sleeping, napping. A green smoothie, acts of service. We do that a lot. Guided meditation, making a gratitude list, going on a hike, tending to plants. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT therapy is one of my favorites. So our journaling reflection question should be, what gives you a feeling of purpose or satisfaction that's not necessarily work related? Uh-oh, that one's a hard one. And then think about, can you make more time for this? I think we can. Libra moon needs peace, beauty, art, and equal relationships. So for self-care, you should try meditation, altar building. I love altars. I may be doing a podcast on that soon. Painting, feng shui, writing poetry, making an at-home honey face mask, yoga, buying yourself flowers, and spending time with friends or going to a museum. Oh, that sounds wonderful. It's just wonderful and peaceful. Your reflection question is, what do you feel like you're not getting enough of in your life right now? And you find a way to make time for it? Scorpio moon needs inner exploration, transformation, empowerment, and release. Their self-care that they should try would be breath work, pranayama. Go to a yoga class that focuses on pranayama. Meditation, shadow work, tarot, a dream journal, sex magic, kundalini breathing or breath work. And that's what I was thinking about earlier. Eating dark chocolate, candle magic, acupuncture. All that sounds wonderful. Your reflection question is, what is your biggest shadow right now? And what would it feel like if you owned it and embraced it? Your Sagittarius moon needs adventure, nature, travel, and philosophical conversation. The self-care that you should try would be outdoor sports and yoga, traveling, local adventures, and going to the beach or woods or just going somewhere new, just going on intuition. And hosting a circle for stories. Your reflection question would be, what do you feel the most, when do you feel the most free? And can you find a balanced way for freedom to be a part of your everyday life? Capricorn moon needs family and structure, needs heart-opening activities and levity or fun. Their self-care ritual would include music and comedy, creating a manifesting list, doing a heart-opening meditation, getting a massage, journaling, stretching. The reflection journal question is, are there ways you can be nicer to and ease up on yourself? Can you open up to others in a small way today? The Aquarius moon needs community, creative work, a cause to go after, an expression or rebellion. Your self care should be reading tarot for yourself, finding a grounding practice such as barefoot walking, time outside, volunteering your time, organizing a story group or full moon gathering, giving to yourself an afternoon of adventure, or do whatever you think. Your reflection question should be, do you feel like you have a good community around you? And what does a good balance of support and freedom look like to you? And lastly, the Pisces moon. They need time by water, they need spirituality and grounding, and having a strong sense of self worth. Their self care should be embodiment, and embodying practices like dancing, hip circles, taking photos, painting, drawing, love kindness meditation, cleaning out their closets, crying, Reiki, sleeping, napping, going to a sound bath, or finding some meditation music that you vibe with, jumping on a trampoline and just moving about. Your reflection question is, how do you communicate your needs to others? Is there a way that you can do this that feels both empowering and easeful? Now, this is the self care for each of your moon sign. Now, just listen to your intuition and see what you're drawn to. In the book, she covers how to do these different self care rituals, and I'm leaving it a little mysterious, so maybe you will go check out her book. She has beautiful rituals on the feminine and the masculine, looking at the yin and yang. She has information on how to make a beautiful recipe, how to connect with your wisdom, how to manifest with your shadow side. She talks about altar building. She has recipes for success, cookies. She does a lot with the moon. It is just beautiful. She talks about the new moon and the full moon and then creating a moon ceremony. So take time to really check out her book. Again, it's called Leah Vandervelt's Magical Self Care for Everyday Life. I hope you'll take time to come over to my website, anewuselfcare.com, or the Divine Goddess School of Mystery, and check out our full and new moon circles, some of the spiritual classes that I teach, and some of the spiritual services and Reiki services that I provide. It's very simple. I'll have my link tree down in the information, and that will take you to all my websites and everything. But I want you to think about this. What are you going to do for self care? I have 3 episodes of self care podcast on what it is, how to create your own self care ritual, and how to get rid of barriers with your self care ritual. They are the first 3 podcasts that I did. Just remember that self care is not being selfish. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to be the big massages. It can just be lying down on the ground and just allowing the energy to come through you, walking barefoot, taking a hot bath, taking a nap, knowing when you're giving too much and when you want to stop, when you want to give more to yourself. Just taking time to really know who you are. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope that you will continue listening to my podcast. I have a Patreon listed on my link tree if you would like anything from there. I do readings and Reiki and journal activities. And if you want to email me at anewuselfcare@gmail.com and ask for the free journaling and meditation uh, website, I will send that to you. It has everything from free books and meditations and other things that will help you kind of set together a self-care list. So, um, if you have any questions or anything, just email me. And I look forward to hearing what it is that you do for your self care. Enjoy and good night.